Hey guys, my name is Gert Hendricks. I'm a safety coach at FTS Safety, and today we're going on with our videos. And as you can see, we've already made 5, and the next one that we're doing is the safety culture. And this is an extremely important part of safety, and everything that we do is to motivate and develop the safety culture within the company. Now you guys will see, before we can start talking about a safety culture, we must understand what is a culture in general. And I want to show you some pictures, and I want you guys to say up the first thought that pops into mind. Yeah, that's a dump yard. What is the first thought that pops into mind when you look at a dump yard? It's filthy, it stinks, and it's maybe noisy, and it's not a pleasant place. What about this? BMW. Have you ever been to a showroom for BMW or any other type of showroom? Have you seen how beautiful it is? And I want to ask you, how do you compare these two to each other? It's a total different culture in each one of them. What about this? Yeah, your company. What we must realize is that every single company has got a culture. It is just what is yours. So what is the first thought that jumps to mind if you think of your company? What does your client think of your company? That is your culture. I want to take it one step further. What about you? What is the thought that jumps into mind by your employees if the people start thinking about you? And let's take it even personal, make it personal. What does your wife think about you, and your children think about you? That is who you are, that is your culture. So let's quickly make that applicable on safety. Guys, everybody has got a culture, and the way that you think about culture, your safety, that is your culture. Now we must remember that your mindset determines your culture, your safety culture within the work, the way that your employees perceives it, and it boils down simply to the way that you guys do things around in your company. Now let's quickly explain it a little bit more in depth. Now the first thing that we must understand is that you need to work at your safety climate to influence your safety culture ultimately. Now your climate obviously is not a safety file, but rather the effectiveness of implementing that safety file. So this is your posters and your communications. We spoke about this previously in some of our videos, and that ultimately will influence your employees or how they perceive safety to be, and starts changing the atmosphere and the culture of safety within your working environment. Yeah, and everybody can see the benefit of it. Now let me explain this more professionally. Like for example, the first input that we need to have there is management. Nothing can happen without management. Management must ultimately decide that this is what they're going to pursue in making a working environment safe. This will lead then to the second step, is your safety management system, which is ultimately filed in your safety file, where you have decent housekeeping rules and your training and your safety signs and your SOPs, and you start implementing it in the working environment. But nothing will happen if it doesn't lead to the individual, your people, individual people within your company that actually buys into this. And your safety team is a good indication. If your safety team doesn't see the value of it, that's now your safety reps, your first aiders, your firefighters, your management, your supervisors. If they do not see the value of it and start spreading the good news, I actually want to go so far and saying, if your safety team walks out of a safety meeting and the people ask them, what was that all about? And they said, this was a waste of time. Then you know you have lost. Then you know it would have been better for you not to have a safety meeting at all. Those individuals needs to step to the third level, which will lead then to your employees, the rest of your employees. They need to go make the difference within your rest of your employees. And it becomes like a tipping point, like Malcolm Gladwell have explained in his book, The Tipping Point. But you are going to struggle ongoingly in making sure that everybody is on board and doing the good deeds of safety and changing your environment and ongoingly working your safety culture. And then eventually everybody is going to be on board and you don't need to work on it anymore. It's going to be self-regulating. Your employees will see the benefit and you cannot stop this. It's a tipping point where every company wants to get and where big companies actually spend thousands of rands of achieving, because the benefit of that is amazing. And we spoke about that also in the previous video. And this is then your circle that happens ongoingly by management influencing the environment, concentrating on the individual to spread the good news within the company. Guys, I am extremely passionate about the safety culture, because without safety culture, if you could not achieve to get your management input and the management or the buy-in from your individual, you are splitting it, and you're going to end up eventually only with a safety file that you are battling ongoingly to implement. So please make sure that whatever you do, you've got a safety culture at mind, and where you concentrate on the employees in the company and not just legal documents. Guys, and that brings us back to this. It's a mindset that changes the safety culture within the company. And eventually people will come there and say, hey, this is the way we do things around here. It's either a dump yard or it's a showroom. Guys, if you need any assistance in this, if you need some tools to manage it, welcome to contact us at FTS Safety and we will assist you with it. This is a safety culture. You're welcome to log in tomorrow and see how we're going to talk about that next.